I take it?
Mm. No, they're simply doing what the rules tell them to do. That is how our society works. If we are going to be bound together against our own imaginations, then we need to have a strong will and reserve. Otherwise, people would cannibalize one another. Think
Yeah,
of
but
it
I mean,
as a unwritten rule. I imagine that this might come as a bit of a shock to you, Darkkin, considering
no,
that you are not a part of a culture such as myself and Reiko were.
I understand honoring the culture even when that honor isn't. I understand basically when in a deal there are negatives to the deal and accepting those negatives basically to save the fact that the deal so the deal doesn't explode. I get that. Trust me, I understand that. You understand, I think.
Mm.
Um, I do sort of look to Reiko again, sort of like an apologetic look on my face. I look back again to, do you want a resolution to this, or are you accepting what's happening?
And Gideon
I
just kind of he'll kind of laugh. Like it's not like a happy laugh, it's kind of like a laugh, and he'll be like, Mr. Dark, do you really think that you'll be able to overturn centuries of dedication into mastering the destructive mythological forces that we ourselves have unleashed upon the earth in the simple wish as high school students?
If a friend's in trouble and needs help and asks for it, I'll give it a shot.
And he'll be like, well, wow, you truly are something. I can see. No, that would be an inappropriate comment. But anyway, I appreciate your sentimentality. But I suppose a part of me would be quite well offended if it were so easy.
Uh, could it work within the rules of maybe alleviating?
Alleviating.
Well, I mean, with all punishments, there are degrees to it.
Mm. Yes, there are. So, and he'll just kind of look at Reiko and he'll be like, there's only so much I can explain about my own circumstances, but compared to Reiko, I was simply a servant rather than of the nobility. It is different for me than it is for her.
I
Look
say
back at Reiko.
that is correct. Although, eh, you know what? Screw it. I mean, because like everything that happened, I really don't think telling you that right now will changes anything. It's like I burned that past behind me. If I, in short, Raf, if I stuck with with Fujiwara's, essentially in the future, I was sort of groomed as a next Empress of Japan. However silly that
Holy
sounds.
shit! Sorry, excuse me. Crap. Okay, didn't know that.
It's not public knowledge.
I guess it wouldn't really be. So, alright, now I'm really gonna be prying, but you brought up my curiosity, I'm sorry. What happened? I mean, did they ask for something you can do, or, I mean, if you don't mind me
Imagine,
asking.
imagine that Like, how can you tell where something is good and something's bad? Usually, it's when you can compare things and have different views. For many years of my life, I had, you can say, sheltered upbringing. I was presented only with one way of life, and I thought it was fine, it was good, because I didn't know any other. So I took it as granted that there's nothing else for me, and that truly there's no choice. Like, choice as a word didn't even exist until recently in my vocabulary. Not in a... Never mind. But then you can say that our mutual acquaintance gave me, presented me an opportunity, a different view on who I am really and how it seems from the outside. And I didn't like what I saw. Besides, there was this experience I had in Akikaha.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I forgot the name. Akigahara.
Yeah.
Forest. Yeah. In Akigahara Forest. But I don't want to go into that because it would sound like I did that because of what happened to, or like what Katsumi tried to do, and I don't want to sound like I'm doing things because of something. Maybe it was a little bit selfish, but I've decided that. And then I pause and go, well, I've also realized that I value choice and I value change. Believing that something is perfect and doesn't need to change is something that I don't really agree with. I do not consider myself a mortal enemy of a tradition. As the saying goes, if you forget about your past, you are bound to repeat its mistakes. I'm probably messed the English translation, but
that's
the meaning, I got it.
The meaning is the same.
Those who don't study it are doomed to repeat it.
Yeah, that's how it goes. Yeah, but thinking that, and no offense, Giyu-san, but believing that, like, we can just go on like with nothing changing, that everything is just fine for years and years, it's something that, well, was a tipping point. And, well, say I had a fallout with my father, and from then I decided to take an offer from our mutual acquaintance, my new patron, and yours too, to have the Phoenix, and the change I committed is seen as a betrayal in the eyes of the Fujiwaras, and that's why the fight with Katsumi happened in the first place. I'm not happy that it did, but, and if there was other way, I would probably take it, but I'm convinced in the path that I took, and I knew that it won't be easy.
Raph sort of walks over, sort of puts his hand on Riko's shoulder. I recently found that I never had a father in my life, and it recently came that he was preparing me and grooming me for something that he wants to have done. And I understand. I think I understand what you mean by that. When somebody else takes choice away from you and places their own decisions on you, I can get why you can do what you did, and I give power to you because I I don't think I'm that strong at this point. So
Giddy will cough into a handkerchief.
My overall understanding is that cough because... Oh wait, is it because of his medical condition?
You can roll, yeah.
Yeah, okay, so I'm
Yeah.
gonna roll. I think I have 6 with him, so... You know
it's
what?
a medical condition.
I said that I've eaten bento. I wrote that in chat. I was like, in character.
You rolled a 1.
Oh right, I cannot hear.
Yeah.
I'm forgetting
Yep.
about that stuff. Fuck, never mind.
Yep. You should have spent a bento to really get 2 dice.
Oh well.
Yep. It's his health, obviously.
Yeah, these details escape me. So yeah, I guess I get nothing special.
I mean, Reiko knows that Giddy gets sick. I mean, a 1 doesn't mean you're totally retarded. You know.
Oh, I look at Kiryu.
Sort of do step back.
Is it acting up again? Should we walk you back home or?
It's not something that changing the scenery will help with.
Anything can help? Anything can we do to help?
And he'll just kind of smile and he'll be like, no, these are the conditions that I'm going to accept.
Well, I guess crazy as it is, if you ever need to, just come to me. I mean, as you said, 1 guy against 1,000 is probably stupid, but I'm not stupid.
And he'll kind of reach into his pocket and he'll hold out a crumpled paper crane as it kind of like, limp flies away. And he'll put his handkerchief back in his pocket.
Oh. Well, I guess Kohara does
Alright.
help. But yes, I turn back to Raph. That's the gist of it.
Got it.
And
Okay.
well, because of what I did, and well, because Kiryu Fumasan continues to, associate with me, then he's kinda getting hit with a... Oh my god, the word in English. The ricochet? Yeah.
Yeah, ricochet, yeah. Or repercussions, neither one.
Oh, yeah, that works. That works too. And yeah,
Alright.
that's what had happened.
I guess Giddy will be like, you saw it's alright for you to talk to us, by the way, Mr. Dark, considering your own personal relationships.
I haven't been told otherwise, and when I have been, discuss the matter and make my own decisions. But trust me on this, I've bashed my head too many times against what the walls are.
And he'll just kind of smile and he'll be like, well, judging from your amorous display at the excursion that Kogo-san planned out, well, she's made of a lot stronger stuff than I am, and is in a much more important position.
Sort of blush a little bit. We've talked. She basically knows who I am and pretty much knows I charge at walls.
Do you know about her position within the families?
Short answer, no. I mean, I can make some guesses. And I've been told some stuff, but it definitely sounds like there's a lot of secrets behind the secrets. I seriously doubt that I have. There's no way that I know what you know, if you know what I mean.
Well, yes, we have different levels of knowledge when it comes to this subject. Perhaps it is not something that she deems to be needed to talk about. She would certainly know if we were going to meet.
Yeah.
And he'll just kind of smile and he'll be like, for your own sake, I would suggest that we keep our meetings to a bare minimum. I wouldn't want you to scupper your relationship after all.
Oh. Don't feel in my half. If you need to get me, don't feel that I wouldn't want you to come and get me regardless. But if you prefer a more distant social environment, I probably won't give it to you either.
And he'll be like, we all must make a choice between one or another, Mr. Dark. That is how we go as humans. We have our clans, our cliques. By associating with me, you're forcing her hand.
Like at this interaction, she's quiet, but there's like a slight tilt on the head, or a slightly raised eyebrow, because I don't think she knows.
Oh, she knows. Oh, at least she knows the basics. I get. Sorry. I mean, it's pretty obvious something happened with just what happened last week with you and Katsumi. So, regardless of how deep she knows, it sounds like Gideon is telling me that basically she's on one side of the fence and you and Gideon are definitely on the other side, and people are saying you can't basically cross fences. I mean, Gideon, right?
For a moment I thought you were talking about Himeko.
Oh, we are.
Yeah. Unless Raph is cheating.
Yeah. Raph, I don't think knows how to cheat.
Well, he's not dead yet, so no.
Yes.
Yeah,
As I looked at you, and that is what you're saying, right?
Indeed. When it comes to Hattori, she can be quite dedicated to her causes.
Yes.
I say it out of fondness rather than wishing us to stay apart.
As I said, I've already talked with her about it. If she brings up that she is getting pressure from her family about this, first off, holy crap, I'm dead if the entire ninja family doesn't like me, but that's beside the point. I can't necessarily say I'll... when people put the question to me is when I'll answer.
If you say so,
But there is one thing I will say, regardless of anything else, I'll stand against you. And we have things that we need to do, and I will never drop that.
And Gideon will smile and he'll be like, well, for now you do. Let us not forget about the elephant in the room here.
do I need true understanding to know that he means the card?
Yeah.
I'll give it to you. That's fine.
Because
well, that answers that question.
Let's be honest, this is the biggest elephant in the room.
Yeah. That's fine. You can go ahead.
Yeah. I guess it is, but I shake my head. Should we really bring this up now?
Oh no, I wasn't planning on making it a point of debate. I was simply stating the facts. Don't
Yes,
worry.
and
When it comes to the task that you've been appointed with, I'll do my due course diligently. I understand that it is a position where both sides must make a show of it in order for it to have meaning.
I do remember what you said, and I think I understand it better with time. That if something is easy, then it's not worth it.
Mm, yes. So I won't try to hinder you, of course. That goes against my nature when it comes to other pursuits.
I I just don't know what to say, but I can only hope that it will not end up in a disaster and I just trail off and shake my head, this is not the topic talk that I'm prepared for, so
Mm.
All right,
Then
go.
we'll stop that conversation here then.
very well.
All right.
Yeah. So it didn't work exactly as we were thinking, but I hope you don't feel like I wasted your time, Raf.
Oh no, no worries.
And well, I learned something about you. Until now I thought of you like like I make a small smirk like as a mad scientist of March of our dorm.
Well, I am that too.
Constantly focusing on magic and projects. But I see you have similar big ideas and you are not backing down from a challenge. That's something we share in common, I think.
Yep, I think we do. Right. Well, I'll leave you two guys alone. Homework after all.
Mm. Right. Well, like I said, I'm sorry that any misunderstanding was a waste of your time, Mr. Dark.
I don't count this as wasted time.
Hmm. Right. Well, maybe keep our correspondence brief then for the reasons I outlined earlier.
I understand. Anyway, all right. Sort of do like a polite half bow to both of them. I'll be seeing you guys
Hmm.
in school then.
Yes. And then I mean, I don't think there are like more topics to tax. I will, like, unless he will ask me something. If not, then I will just start walking him to the door or maybe further.
Right.
But I will still say that it was a pleasure talking with you. It was nice spending time, no matter the topics.
And Giddy will just kind of be like, I appreciate the effort that you went through on my behalf. I didn't mean to sound ungrateful, Reiko.
You didn't. It's something almost posed within me that feeling of helplessness is not something I enjoy, or feeling of lack of solution.
I imagine that you're in quite a difficult position. When it came to your own conundrum, you were able to transform your own mind and body, but you can't exert that same kind of control or feel as if you know what the right or wrong thing to do when it comes to external people and influences.
Yes, and if I did that, I shake my head, that would have been a very slippery slope.
Indeed. Theoretically, it is possible to cut my ties to with the cloistered, but it would leave quite a irreversible scar upon my psyche.
Can imagine. I've seen. I know that some parts of me changed when I changed my persona, and I've seen what exorcism does to a person.
And he'll just kind of be like, I know it must sound ridiculous to you, but the fact that your psyche is intact and you retain your memories, your emotions, your personality, perhaps it was a blessing that you had the privilege of being an imperial, that what you changed into didn't change who you were.
Hmm. That sounds, well, strange or ironic. One would think that because of my bloodline and because of my imperial family, that the attempt at change would result in even worse fallout.
And he'll just kind of smile and he'll be like, there's a reason why it's a rare occurrence amongst us. Once you're bound by blood, well, there's no breaking it, okay?
And yet, here I am.
And he'll smile and he'll be like, once again, a privilege of being an imperial, those who consider themselves closer to godhood than others.
I I feel like I'm if I like chuckle a little bit. Oh, I see that going well with others if I start calling myself a god. Like I
Oh.
say that trying to jokingly.
And he'll just kind of smile and he'll be like, well, anyway, I suppose this is where we depart for the night.
Mm, yes.
So I
And
must confess something to you, if we are going to speak on honest terms.
go ahead.
Mm. When I had discovered that you spoke with Mr. Dark about my own insecurities, about my relationship with the cloistered, I felt emasculated.
I don't think looking for help in in others, even if that other is a guy, is something
I know
emasculating.
it's I know it's irrational, Reiko. Perhaps that is the only within me. But I felt like screaming. I felt like putting up my arms and defending myself. I felt that I needed to prove that I had masculinity at all. It was discomforting, to say the least. These changes within me, they're turbulent and something that I haven't had to confront before. And he'll
I
kind of look guiltily at the floor.
uh, screw it. I'm not gonna make a roll and screw the consequences. So I take a step forward, and I imagine he's like slightly taller than me.
He's a, I mean, he's a lot taller.
Yeah. So as
Like
he's looking at,
he's more wide than tall, but you know.
yeah, he's looking down. I like come closer and say, "You are masculine enough for me," and I go on my tiptoes and give him like soft peck on the lips.
And like you'll do that, and when you tiptoe back down, like he'll close his eyes and he'll clench his fists, and he'll be like, "I still have a modicum of self-control, Reiko, something that I'm exercising quite vigorously right now."
I Yeah, I don't think I need to. I mean, just to be sure, can I make a roll? understanding. If it's some, because I imagine this is the thing that of my persona and that the enemy thing, but I just want to be sure.
Alright. You can go ahead and roll an understanding roll.
And I'm gonna spend that 1 PP to... No, wait, because... Yeah, I have nothing else to add, so I'm not gonna be spending that.
Alright, you get the feeling, considering his conflicted feelings about, being a guy and being like an apprentice and stuff like that. He's genuinely trying to figure himself out. And if you I'm not leading on, but if you do stuff like that, he won't be able to hold on to, you know, the calm, thoughtful demeanor. Like a bit of his monstrous Oni side might break out.
Oh.
Not in I'm gonna fucking kill you, right? just in a passionate heater way.
Oh. I...
I think I killed them.
to mute my microphone in time, because last time I started coughing like that, Nebulous said that he thought he was going to throw up.
Yeah, it makes me queasy. Thank you.
Oh
Very
my
nice of you to remember.
Yeah, I do remember.
You're very kind.
So I say, oh my, I really, sometimes I'm not thinking, but I just had to do it. I mean, it's almost like I'm trying to play the role of femme fatale who leads someone to a wicked path.
Well, I did walk down this path with you, even though you initiated. It's something that, well, I'm still adjusting to, Reiko. His eyes are still closed as he's talking.
Yeah. I can imagine that if he opened them, then I would see, well, different irises, like Oni, I understand. Sorry, if I seem like being pushy. It is not my intent.
And he'll just kind of smile, and he'll be like, perhaps, well, since we are mythopoetics, our imaginations are quite vivid. We'll leave it at that. I wish you good night, Reiko, and I hope to see you tomorrow.
Same to you, Thomason. Good night.
And he'll just kind of bow his head, and he'll walk back to, the antique shop.
Mm-hmm.
And because Reiko can go back to the dorm.
Yep. I go back. And yeah, I imagine at this point it's like... Wait, did we have dinner scene already?
No. This is like leading up to dinner.
I know. So when she'll get back, I imagine she'll like start preparing with Koharu if she'll be back to start cooking dinner.
Yeah, I don't even know what Koharu, Rio, and Akira are doing.
Who cares?
Who cares?
Was that you asking us? Because you just left it at that and didn't say for anyone.
Oh, I'm asking.
Okay, yeah. I don't remember if there's anything Rio is supposed to do. It's Wednesday, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's Wednesday.
I mean, I wanted to ask Raph something. Raph was busy immediately after school. So I can talk to him later, right? You know what? A homework roll hasn't been rolled for Rio. I want to put in some hours towards that.
Well, so you're going to spend your afternoon period towards it?
Yeah, I have a thing before dinner.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's your afternoon period, because after dinner is basically bedtime. So
People still talk after it.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
usually
you-
have two. We have we do our school objective, and then we have something between dinner and school objective. We usually get 2 sections in there.
No, we do? When?
A lot of times a lot of people have to go like do gather up right
Yeah,
after.
but it's like context sense.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So I'm going to put in some time for homework so that next week I can get a resource die for those roles.
Them rolls.
all right, so you'll put an afternoon segment into homework. Yeah, can somebody write that down for me in the chat?
I will.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say Richard probably got it.
So that leaves Kaharu and Akira.
Well, Kaharu was gonna go with the probably pointless task of trying to see if Shizuka will do the shopping trip.
Does Kaharu want to roll me a knowledge roll?
A knowledge roll, not even understanding.
I mean,
Okay.
it'll be knowledge or understanding.
Well, I think in this situation, understanding works better, don't you?
I guess.
I mean, I'm only having her be insistent because she has 4 understanding, Jess.
I mean, go ahead.
Yeah. Plus 2. Haha.
I mean, Kaharu will be like, well, I guess I have no plans for today.
What'd you say?
Kaharu will be like, oh, I didn't have any plans, right?
Koharu?
Yeah.
What do you mean she didn't have any plans?
It
You're
means
saying
what
she
it,
forgot?
Oh, well then that's not the understanding roll I was thinking of, Jess.
I just said roll an understanding roll or knowledge roll.
Off context of what I was saying, you fucking slag. If you're saying a different roll, then yeah, I'll roll knowledge. I was rolling for the Shizuka thing. I thought that's what you were asking about.
Like they're both related.
Okay. Are they?
I think so.
What? Yeah, I was gonna say. I was waiting for that whole scene.
Same. I couldn't bring it up as Gideon because that would be meta.
Yeah,
Are you sure there was anything you want to ask me there, Reiko?
Okay, wait. So you're saying the role was for the Shizuka thing, but it's something.
It's related to hanging out, so.
Do you think I? Well, okay. So I shouldn't do the knowledge roll. It's not a separate thing.
No, I'll see what you do, then I'll decide. Go ahead.
I'll see what I do. Okay. Well, I guess Koharu would check to see if she ever responded after classes and stuff.
Like, no, there's no messages on your phone, and she left pretty promptly as soon as school was over.
Oh. Well, she'll send one more, but she's starting to get the hint.
Starting.
Yeah. We'll have a nice emoji in it to make it seem friendly.
Alright. So are you texting in class?
No, it's afterwards, isn't it?
Yeah, but where are you sending these messages?
Yeah, she'd probably be just sat at the class table. She'll probably be at like her table.
Yeah, that's what I said, in class. Like,
Yeah, okay.
in the
Sorry, well, in classroom. In classes. Classes.
Yeah. After class is in the classroom.
Yeah, classroom is location. Class is a lifestyle.
Boom!
Wow, after our last confusion on the dice roll, I'm being very specific. I'm trying to make sure I don't misunderstand.
In the classroom.
Very good. Yes. It's probably Tsubasa's thing, isn't it? Alright.
Alright.
Okay. Oh yeah, I said I'd hang out with him later. Yeah. Oh, I guess Koharu will blink and remember that. And be like, oh well. She's just gonna tell Tsubasa that something came up if it worked. But I guess she'll go look for Tsubasa. Or no, I guess she'll wait for him. Did she say she was gonna meet with him somewhere?
Like, you remember that he's probably waiting outside the classroom.
Oh, okay, yeah, she'll head outside then.
And he'll be like, hey, Kaharu-chan.
Oh, hey, Aoki-kun.
Right, did you bring your disc? We were gonna have a meal together, right?
Wait, hold on, Jess. Was that what we were gonna do?
Yeah, you wanted to taste cooking.
Oh, yeah.
Can you see that Kaharu, like Chibasa's holding like not like a pot, but he's obviously holding like a bag that has food in it. You know what I mean, though, right?
Yeah. Like a picnic bag, sort of stuff. Like, here's my food bag. Fuck, she's supposed to make some? She's spaced. Haha. And she'll be like, oh, right. I might have forgot.
Oh, well, maybe we can go back to our place. I mean, it is not mine. I share it with other people, but it's not ours. That would imply that we live together.
That sounds like a good idea. She'll help him cut that off so he doesn't have to keep trailing. Sure.
Right. We can get some ingredients at the shop.
All right.
Want to cook together?
I'd love to. Yeah.
Right. I just need to go get my vouchers then from the admin.
Oh, all right. I'll meet you at the gates then.
Alright, does Kaharu want to roll and understand?
Yeah. Food stamps.
Wow. Who the fuck is that poor that they need fucking food vouchers to go shopping? Jesus
Okay.
Christ.
Stop coloring my understanding role. Okay. Lady, I'm sure they had to with Kaharu's dumpy mom. Alright. I'm sure this isn't something new to her. Alright? Cunt.
I mean, Kaharu's Grant was always just like in the background taken care of. She never really thought about it.
Well,
Like,
yeah.
remember that she came in a bit late because, like, the first bit went to Naomi.
Yeah, I'm just thinking of the family situation, buddy. Wow, fucking Jesus. Alright.
But Kaharu thinks maybe Tsubasa cooks so much. Not necessarily because it's like a super passion, but because he gets free food here as well.
Yeah, makes sense. I guess we'll use it, sure. Alright.
Reminds her a bit of Suzuka about, how she was talking about her grants and stuff.
Oh, shame. I would have preferred to be buying her clothes than cooking Tsubasa. Oh well. Okay. That's not a real Koharu thought. Yeah. Poor kids. Disgusting. Alright, yeah, she'll wait at the gate for him.
Alright, so he'll titter-totter hurry along. He looks kind of ridiculous because he's holding onto the satchel food bag.
Do you have all of that?
Hmm?
Do you need any help carrying anything?
Oh no, I can carry it.
Okay.
Right, so There's this grocery store in downtown that's got, well, cheap and cheerful.
Oh,
I
I don't
mean,
think I've been there. That sounds great.
yeah, you can spice up things with like thyme, pepper. Like even if the ingredients aren't that great of quality to begin with, it's how you cook them.
Right, of course.
So-
Nothing. Lead the way.
I mean, Kaharu's never been to this place because her and Ganda, they go to the
Yeah,
supermarket.
exactly. You
So-
go to a supermarket like a normal person.
Yes.
We're like a food co-op at this point.
Yeah. So you'll get in there and he's like, there's like a section in the store that's with stuff that's about to go out of date, so it's heavily discounted.